Hello there, Seraphim17 once again. This is my Gears of War 4 Inconceivable difficulty video walkthrough. This is Act 5-4 Release. This is the final mission and the final boss. At the beginning there's going to be some tremors on the ground that fire out these nemesis-like pods, and then we're going to proceed to destroy them. And one good way of destroying them is to paint one of them with the missile from the chopper from the Raven, and it will destroy a bunch of them in a cluster, but it doesn't always destroy all of them, so be ready to shoot whatever remains with the staple gun. And you just want to use a combination of missiles and staples, and understand that the Raven can miss, so it will fail you, and occasionally your aggro partner over there will pull attention, so Kate will take a few hits for you. If more than 2 of these hit you, I think you die. It's really strict. It's really shit, is what it is, but we'll not talk about that because we're at the end. But this boss is really bad. If you pull back to this corner where I am, you have a really good opportunity to shoot them. And if you take your time and you don't panic, you will not overheat the staple and you'll be fine. And then after this, there's a checkpoint, so you never have to do this stupid section again. And then the boss will turn up, and then that's just horrendous anyway. So, here's the boss. I begin by shooting him with my missiles and dodging to the left. I'm then going to attack his leftmost tentacle. Right then, both quills were attacking me, which is really dangerous. You don't want that. Right then, I only had 1, but it still hit me because it's magic. There was enough damage on the tentacle, so we can run forward and hit it with a staple. Do not prematurely roadie run forward, or you'll get killed when he slams the tentacle down. It happens to me a lot. And then when you do this, make sure you paint it and the missile hits. Because apparently, the dumb bitch in the Raven can miss the bloody hole. I don't know how you do that, but she proves reliably in this run that it happens twice. And it might be my mistake, but whatever it is, it's not very nice, and I got very angry. But now that there's only 1 shooting at me on this side because I'm hugging the left, dodging it's easy, and then I can swoop in and stab it with the staples. And you've practically won once you get rid of 1 of them, because if you hug the left hand side, the other 2 on the right hand side almost always go for Kate, so dodging them becomes really easy. And but just make sure you do the missile correctly and you see it go in. As long as you see it and you see the boss recoil, you're fine. If you don't, you're going to have to kill the tentacle again, and it's really obnoxious. But that almost looks like they both went for me, doesn't it? Now they're looking at her, definitely. I don't know. I'm just going to hug this wall. But see how easy it is to dodge them compared to before? They weren't even hitting me. That one kind of did, because I dodged it a little bit early. But here's where the mistakes are going to happen again, because it couldn't be a final boss without a mistake. So I staple the arm. It tears it off. I paint the target. And then it misses. And then it grows its fucking tentacle back. So do you see that? How did that miss? How did that miss? How does that miss? Gosh, I don't like video games sometimes, and you can tell, right? I can't even begin to tell you. I was shouting. I was shouting at my monitor then. Probably spat on it. I was pissed off. How did that miss? And admittedly, this run's going okay, but I had a lot of awful runs where I died on like the first tentacle, and I was not in a very good place. But you've got to make sure it goes in, guys, because if it doesn't, that was correct. That one was fine. But this tentacle, for some reason, it's going to do it again. It's going to miss again. And it's... Can you imagine if I'd have died now? I'd have been really mad because the fight is over. We've got the checkpoint. But it's just... How do you miss? How does the missile miss? Rod, tweet at me, dude. The fuck? So, I get a little ahead of myself here. Instead of sealing it, this is my mistake. But boom, paint it. And I get it. So that one was okay. It was a different run, sorry, where I had it happen twice. But, can you understand why it would do something like that? Other than because video games hate me? I don't know. It's not what you want, is it? Final boss. Really not that fun of a final boss and kind of awkward. You spent the entire game being unable to dodge anything, and the final boss is like dodging attacks. It just seems really bizarre to me. And it's the same with the blades here. If you don't raise the blades soon enough, they have a startup on them when they rotate, and you'll take damage, and it's going to happen here, I think. Oh no, we're okay. It happens one of the times, and it really seems like it shouldn't do it, but it does. And the same with this. If you get too zealous at moving forward and the detection isn't good, you can move too far forward, so when you do dodge the slash, you're still in the radius of it and it kills you instantly. So just be careful, guys. It's one of those weird things where you want to be aggressive because then that doesn't happen what happened just then. But at the same time, if you're too aggressive, you can put yourself into a state where it's very difficult to defend. But as soon as you see the boss interrupt what it's doing to swing at you, back up and then dodge at the last moment, and you should be okay. And then you've done it. And that's the end of Inconceivable. That's the final boss. I'd like to thank everybody who watched. I'd like to thank everybody who subscribed, everybody who liked the videos. It's incredibly important and it helps me a lot. I'd like to thank everybody that supports me over on Patreon. Without you guys, I couldn't do this. And everybody that watches my live streams that have been AWOL for a while. Sorry about that. I will be streaming very soon. And just a big thank you to everybody who helps anybody do anything awesome on the internet. You people are amazing, and you're the reason why they exist. Thank you for watching. You take care now.